Hey guys, good morning. It's 3 o'clock in the morning on Monday. I couldn't sleep anyhow, like many nights. So I thought I'd come out here and do the second part of the video. So without further ado, here we go. So, you guys, I had told Kelly that I wanted to go back and take the lady some more money. And Kelly said, I figured you were going to. And I grew up, that's how my mom was. She always stopped and helped the homeless. She always gave people food and money. Used to piss off my dad. But yeah, she always did it. So just something that, instilled in you. So anyhow, I go back and I pull up, still nasty outside, still crappy, still snowing and flurrying and cold outside. And I pull up and as I get out and I start walking up to this lady, and I realize that that I've seen this lady before, and I can't remember if it was about a week earlier. Um, I start I always go to Maverick to go in and fill my ice, so I went in, was filling my ice, and you guys know how Flagstaff is. It's either gorgeous or nasty, one of the two, and it can change within a couple days, and that's how it was. It was just a gorgeous day. They had the doors open, and this I'm filling my ice, and this lady walks by, and she's a homeless lady, you can tell, and we made eye contact, and I said, "How you doing? Good morning." And she said, she points with her hand at herself, and she goes, "Are you talking to me?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm talking to you." And there's a ton of people in Maverick. It was pretty packed, and so everybody, kind of turned. Quite a few people turned and looked. And she goes, "You talking to me?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm talking to you." And she goes, "Nobody says hi to me." And I says, "Well," I said, "I'm not nobody." I said, "I say hi to everybody." And she goes, "No, you're not nobody." And I didn't really know what she meant by that, but still don't. But and I said, "Well, you have a wonderful day. God bless." And she goes, "God bless you." And so not knowing that I would interact with this lady and have such an impact with me and touch our lives the way she has. So anyhow, I'm walking up to this lady, knowing that I had seen her, and I had talked with her in the past, and I walked up to her and I introduced myself, and I don't think she recognized me from that interaction. But anyhow, so I introduced myself, and she goes, "Ryan," she goes, I know who you are. She goes, I know Cole. She goes, I know Kelly, and Hannah. And that kind of surprised me because, what not really surprised me, but nobody had said anything about Hannah yet, so anyhow, um, she goes, I know you, and I said, well, I wanted to come thank you. I said, I want to come thank you. And she goes, no. She goes, don't thank me. She goes, you thank God. She goes, you thank Jesus Christ. She goes, I didn't do anything. She goes, all glory goes to God. All glory goes to Jesus. You know this. And I said, amen. I said, I know that. But I said, he's chosen you to be a vessel. And so I'm thanking you. I'm thanking you for that. So she said, no problem. She understood, but she goes, it doesn't matter. All glory goes to him. And so we started praying. She wanted to pray, so we started praying, and she started praying, and we prayed for, I don't know, a good 5-10 minutes. It was a good prayer, and we got done, and I thanked her, and I said, you have a wonderful day, and if I see you here, and I'll try to help you out and do what I can. I mean, we're not rich, and so but we can help, try to help out. And she goes, thank you. She goes, I really appreciate that. He definitely takes care of me. And so I start walking away. And as I'm walking away, she says, Ryan, she mumbles just like she did with Cole. And she goes, Ryan. And I turn around and I go, yeah. And she goes, you're seeing a light, aren't you? And I'm tripping out. I'm like, what? I'm like, excuse me? She goes, you're seeing a light, aren't you? And I go, I am. I said, what is it? And she goes, no, who is it? Well, let me back up. When Cole came down with type 1 diabetes, when we almost lost him, I would sit out here in the hammock, just almost right here where I'm sitting now, and I would pray relentlessly to God. I would just, in deep prayer, just in thought, just in prayer, just asking him not to take my son. And any of you guys that have ever lost a kid or come close to losing a kid, that feeling, that feeling of dread and helplessness is just, if you've never been there, you just don't get it. If you've been there, then you get it. And I'd sit out here for hours, and you guys, Kelly will attest, but just out here constantly praying God, and I'm sitting here one night, about the hour that I'm here now, 3:30. I was always waking. I've always been woke up for months and months and months and months. I'd wake up out of a deep sleep at 3:30 in the morning. I'd walk in there, the clock would be 3:30, 3:33 in the morning, every freaking morning for months and months and months. And it's starting to rain, so if you guys can hear that. Anyhow, I don't want to get off on a tangent because I'll lose my place, but I'm out here praying, and I'm looking up kind of in the eastern sky, kind of southeastern sky, and this light starts flashing me. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And wasn't an airplane, wasn't a man in a jet suit, wasn't anything that, it wasn't anything normal. If any of you guys been to Flagstaff, it's a dark sky community. It's beautiful, especially when there's no moon. The stars are just, it's gorgeous. It's very little ambient light, if any at all. So anyhow, I run inside and I grab Cole, and I get Cole to come out, and he sees it. And so I don't want to get too far off on that. So anyhow, I'm going to go back to the lady, and so this now you guys know about this light that I'm seeing. So this is what she's talking about, and she goes, you're seeing this light, and she goes, have you ever lost anybody close to you? And really close to you? And I said, yeah, my grandfather, my mom's dad, my grandpa guy. Goes, amazing man. I mean, just the most heartfelt. He was the youngest of 18 kids. Had 6 of his own. My mom was the oldest, and just the most caring human being you could ever imagine in your entire life. Didn't care about anything but family, God, and that was it. And I just always really respected him. And I always thought, man, I'm gonna model myself after that guy. Just a great human being. So she goes, no, she goes, this isn't an old soul. She goes, what's interacting with you is not an old soul. She goes, I keep hearing, and she kind of closes her eyes, and she's kind of moving her head back and forth, kind of like she's like dialing in like an AM station, and I'm watching her, and she's going, no, Ryan, this is a girl, this is a baby girl. I keep hearing baby girl, young baby girl, and I'm going, I don't know what to tell you. And she goes, something having to do with you. And then and she goes, oh yeah, that's right. She goes, your mom. She goes, I keep hearing. At first she said my mother-in-law, and then I'm like, what? And she goes, no, your mom. Your mom. And she goes, I keep hearing your mom, baby girl, and I go, oh my gosh, I went. My mom lost my sister, during birth, in between me and my brother, and she just immediately starts rolling tears and starts weeping, and she goes, oh my gosh, Ryan, she goes, the light that you're seeing is your sister. She goes, God's allowed your sister to be your guardian angel. And she's wiping, she's like, she's thanking God for telling us. And so that's where it started, with the light. So this light's interacting with me like crazy. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna post the light. Okay, so I there's numerous stories. Again, remember I told you guys at the very beginning that this story is pretty deep, and there's multiple parts. So I don't want to get. I've had multiple lights, and I don't think they're all the same light. Recently, and I'm going to go into this part, 8 months ago, I was talking to a friend of mine, and on the phone. I'm sitting out here in my hammock. It's dark. It's probably about 9 or 10 at night, and we're talking about everything going on in the world. And this story is not too far-fetched to believe when everything that's going on in the world is going on. It's true. It's legit. So it's anyhow. I'm talking to him, and we're shooting the breeze, and we're talking about rapture. We're talking about Revelation. We're talking about the bowls. We're just talking about all the stuff that he and I've always went down the rabbit hole since we were little kids. Great guy, very intelligent, good human being that guy is. And I said, hey, and we're sitting there talking, and I'm laying in the hammock, and the light starts flashing me. And I said, hey, Win, I said, let me call you back. I said, the light's flashing me. I'm going to try to record it. And sure enough, I get it recorded, you guys. And now, mind you, this is 8 months ago. From today, the 20, what is it, the 26th? I should, no, it's the 30th. It's Kelly's birthday yesterday. I should know what day it is. But anyhow, so the first light was, roughly 10 years ago. And this light, I went ahead and got it recorded, and I zoomed in on it, and it's got an uppercase G, like an uppercase G, turned facing heaven. And I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna put a picture of it, and then I'm gonna put the video of the light. So I challenge you to take a minute, take the video. I don't know how clear it's gonna come out. I'm sure it's gonna be pixelated because it's gonna transfer. But I'll do it under Wi-Fi, so it'll at least try to come through cleaner. But pause it, zoom in on it, and you'll see the uppercase G facing heaven. And this light, there's so many stories to this light, and I'm going to have some other people come on that have witnessed this light with me. And this is the Christ light. This is the light that John, the baptizer, was talking about. I believe. Again, you guys, this me sharing this is just is again not for anything to do for me. I've been pushed. I keep having reoccurring numbers, and I go into Strong's, and it's the numbers that I'm seeing are it's to go fishing. It's to go fishing, and it means to be fishers of men. Not a fisherman like God says. He says, "I'll make you fishers of men." My goal is to share this with others, so people can come to the reality of the spiritual aspect of this world, and who's hiding in the shadows. And there's a lot of young people right now looking. They're grasping. I mean, you can look at all these videos that are out. I mean, I listen to Steve Fletcher. Got a minute. I've reached out to that guy a handful of times to try to get him to do the video. Robert. Oh gosh, was it Berger? I can't remember his last name, but love that guy. Great teachers of the Bible, and I'm not. I'm Tom, the Watchman River Channel. Love that guy. I'm kind of like him. I'm not a great teacher. I'm still learning the Bible, still understanding it, and so I listen to a lot of those guys. Dr. Barry love that guy. Just all those guys that have been. I'm trying to remember the other one that I really like that I'd like to give a shout out to. Anyhow, all these guys that are on that are watchmen on the wall. Thank you guys. Thank you for doing what you guys do and giving people like me and a connection, another interpretation of the Bible. From other eyes. And I still go in and I still read it and try to discern it from my perspective. And but thank you guys for that. So. Thank you guys. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you for listening. I'm 14 minutes in. I told my family I'd keep them short and not banter too much. But again, you guys, Jesus is very close. And if you could see this light and you're going to in the video, I hope it comes through really good. But like I said, pause it, zoom in on it, and you'll see the G facing up. And this is a true story. I assure you, I'm not doing this for any other reason other than God's been telling me to share it. And then the first night, the few nights ago when I posted the first video, Kelly and I and the family did, I go outside and I'm sitting in the backyard and I'm sitting in the chair and I'm listening to the video. I just listened to it to see how fat I looked on TV. And I'm sitting there watching it, and I look up, and God honest truth, the light flashed. and which is telling me that I'm doing what he wants me to do, and that's all that matters. It's all that matters is God and the truth. And like I said, not a crazy person. Don't do drugs. Don't. I very seldom drink. Margarita here and there or something like that, a beer from time to time, but just telling you the truth. And you guys, so God bless. I hope you guys listen to the story. I hope you share it with some friends and family. There's many more to come, but I hope you guys enjoy it, and I love all you guys. I really like people. People are really cool. They can be pains, but I've learned so much from so many different people. And so anyhow, you guys, God bless. May Jesus come soon, and all you guys doing the watchman on the wall, thank you guys. I sure appreciate you. God bless.